So you've come to see what the big deal is about this mouse. I've worked with this mouse for many years now. There's a reason I just replaced my last one with the same thing. In this video, you'll receive all the information necessary to make a smart purchasing decision if you're in the market for what I consider the best productivity mouse for the creative crowd. Hello there, I'm Mike and welcome to Dreamin' Digital. I've used this mouse, this Logitech mouse, for several years now, and there's a reason I like to stick with it. I feel like mice and keyboards are generally a subjective product to review because they all kind of hit different for everyone. Your favorite keyboard and mouse combo could be my least favorite because of how we're all built. We're different, right? I had found the sweet spot for me with the Logitech combo I'd put together back in the day, but I had put so many miles on it that they eventually just withered away and died. So I tried other things, other combinations. Nothing hits like that product that just becomes an extension of yourself. A lesson I learned too late in life is that looking cool will never match feeling good. For many of you creatives out there, I know you want that badass looking desktop setup, and by all means do it. But when it's time to edit those videos or write scripts or retouch your photos, you're gonna want this mouse because what it provides you with far exceeds how it looks on your desk. And I actually think it looks pretty cool. For me personally, I love the look. It's somewhere in between a normal everyday mouse and those wild ergonomic mice that I've seen out there. This isn't by accident. I think the intention here is to provide creators with something that looks cool but also provides enough support for hours behind the screen. It's available in 3 different colors: black, charcoal gray, and white. Now, I really wish they had released a vintage beige edition. That would be insane, right? Here's what my vision of this mouse would look like. Logitech, if you'd like for me to consult with your design team, I would love to help. The one I have here is a very specific edition they released, which is only compatible with Bluetooth. Most PCs, laptops, and other stuff have Bluetooth, but for whatever reason you don't have Bluetooth connectivity, all you need to pick up is one of these little Bluetooth USB dongles for like 15 bucks, and you're good to go. I'll link down in the description of this video both the Bluetooth and the standard edition in case you just like connecting to the USB receiver. It's always good to have options. The main feature I feel is worth its weight in gold is how much creative control the Logitech Options Plus app gives you. It basically lets you bend this mouse to your workflow. Every button and scroll wheel are able to be remapped, fine-tuned, or even set different profiles on depending on the app you're in. So Premiere Pro can have one set of shortcuts, Lightroom another, and your browser something completely different. It adapts around the way you work instead of the other way around. This was mind-blowing to me. I love it when things not just work the way they're supposed to, but also make your life a little easier. Speaking about making my life easier, the ability to control 3 different devices with the same mouse is one of those features you don't realize you need until you have it. I can jump from my editing PC to my laptop to my Plex server without any problems. No plugging, no pairing every time, just a quick push of a switch on the bottom here, and you're in. For creators juggling multiple setups, it feels like one important tool tying the whole workflow together. I've used this mouse for years. I keep reiterating that, which makes me feel like the right person to ask about it. During the hundreds of long design and editing sessions, comfort matters way more to me than I'd like to admit. Unfortunately, I suffer from carpal tunnel, and I constantly need to work with components that don't make it worse. I feel like this mouse just disappears in my hand. I can go for hours without that cramped fatigue feeling I get from most mice. Part of that is the shape. Your hand just doesn't sit on it, it kind of grooves into it. The sculpted design supports your palm and keeps your wrist in a more natural angled position instead of flat against the desk. That's what takes the pressure off over time. And then there's the clicks. Logitech has these ultra quiet click switches, and honestly, it's a relief. I'm actually putting it up to the microphone so you guys can hear it here. That's it. And the scroll wheels are silent. And then this one right here. Nothing. Not every action needs to sound like a mechanical keyboard. When you're editing, writing, or just trying to focus, the silence is actually golden. It's subtle, but it makes the whole experience feel smoother and less distracting. I think they were going for the more minimal physical experience, and they definitely nailed it. This is the mouse that most creators prefer because we can get work done without our own tools holding us back. There are some gripes that I saw online that I wanted to address here. I feel it's important to look at a product from every angle rather than just spit off the good stuff and call it a day. Just to give you an idea of how beloved this mouse is, on Amazon it has a 79% 5-star rating and only 6% are a 1-star rating. The first gripe is it was a problem for me when I realized the latency on this mouse is pretty high if you use it in Bluetooth mode. I switched to wireless and found it has better and faster latency. However, I found the mouse latency got worse after a few months, and it is not suitable for gaming. They're talking about the standard mouse, which is the same thing. I have this mouse and on Bluetooth, and I had the previous mouse on Bluetooth, the MX Master 3, for years, and have not noticed any lag or any issues with this mouse. I can't say that this won't happen to the next person, because I feel like everyone's journey with electronics can be different. However, for me, it just hasn't happened. I also game on Rust because I'm a filthy griefer. I can one-shot with the rest of them using this mouse, so it's legit. Now, the next gripe was the soft touch rubber is delightful the first day, but it'll be showing obvious signs of disintegration within a year, and it will be actively gross to handle within a year or two after that. I do not clean this mouse every day, but it does get wiped down every week or two in accordance with their product cleaning guidelines. Who reads that? But this is unfortunately kind of true. I noticed the area where my thumb grips on here, on my old one, had really worn from the oils of the fingers and just regular use. I tried to keep up on cleaning, but it just wasn't enough. So I could see, and there's some greasy right here already. So I could see how this could be a letdown. However, I haven't used the new 3S enough to really see what's going on. I mean, I could see a little bit of grease, but we'll see what the lifespan is. However, if a device like this can last me for just a couple years with how much I use it, I consider that a win. Out of all the people displeased, these were the only two consistent type of complaints that I've noticed. The rest were, I feel, like one-offs and bad customer service experiences, but those tend to usually be subjective experiences at the end of the day. People still haven't learned that they catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I think this is the time to jump on this mouse because they've already released the MX Master 4, so I'm only spitballing here, but I think these are going to be on a really good sale come the holiday season. They're already discounted down to $100. I've actually even seen them as low as $79 at Best Buy. This mouse checks all the boxes and does it at a reasonable price, which creates amazing value for itself. I'll leave links down below so you can check it out for yourselves and make a decision if you're in the market for a mouse. You've made it to the end, my friends. Thank you for sticking around. I don't know if you know this, but I do have another YouTube channel that focuses on like stereos and hi-fi gear. So if that's your jam, there's a lot of content on there. If you haven't already, I have a Patreon that features after filming commentary and other cool behind the scenes stuff you might like. I also have an online t-shirt shop where I feature some of the t-shirts I wear here on screen. This is not one of them. I actually got this in Vegas. Just a few ways to help me keep making content. If you enjoyed the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.
Mother!
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, friends.